Hello, my name is Sue Bailey and I'm the Practice Development Senior Sister here at Garden House Hospice. So we've been fully operational doing our lateral flow device testing centre in the Hawthorn Centre reception. So we've got a nicely controlled area which we keep very clean. And in our 2 weeks of being fully operational, given we've only been programmed to do this for 3.5 weeks, we've seen 161 people through our centre. And we have picked up some positive patients or visitors, and we've been able to support them to go home, to isolate, and to do the additional tests that they need to do so that they can do all the right behaviours to keep everybody safe. I'm proud to say that after a lot of planning, a lot of logistics, a lot of looking at what we had and what we needed, and a very simple invitation to volunteers to come and join us, we've had a band of volunteers who've joined us, and we now have 14 volunteers who are joining us on a more regular basis. So here at Garden House Hospice, what we do now, for every visitor and every contractor who comes into our centre, that includes our patients coming to the Hawthorn Centre, they're all tested on arrival. We have a programme of testing for people who come to the inpatient centre. They just get tested on the first day and then every 5th day. And this kind of mirrors what we're doing amongst all the staff as well. We kind of now know that everybody who comes into our building, to the very best of our knowledge, is likely to be COVID-free. None of these things are 100%, but what is 100% is our testing and our delivery of the actual test very accurately by all our volunteers and our staff. The Hawthorn Centre staff have been a big part of what we're delivering, because obviously they're patients who are very vulnerable, many of them, and have been isolated for a very long time at home, have been one of the most important groups to get tested, and they've all embraced it completely.
I've had the testing this morning before my physiotherapy to make sure that I'm clear before I go into anywhere else in the hospice, so as I'm not spreading anything else to anybody else. The hospice makes me feel like I'm in a safe environment to be in.
Hello, my name's Elaine. I'm working here as a helper on the lateral flow testing. This is my first shift this morning. I have volunteered with the hospice before in different roles, and was getting quite bored in lockdown with no volunteering opportunities, so this is a good opportunity for me to get out as well. But the main thing is we really help in hospice, getting patients back in to see therapists, allowing inpatient visitors to come in to see their loved ones, so it's just really valuable to do.
Hi, my name is Sean. I'm currently volunteering as a lateral flow testing assistant as well, and I hope that the skills as a biomedical scientist that I can bring to the lateral flow testing as well is to help give that authenticity to the role itself, hopefully.
We're very lucky with our volunteers. We've got volunteers who've returned to us because they've not been able to volunteer in other areas, but they've all got hidden skills. And then we've had volunteers who've joined us, a couple of volunteers who've joined us who were never volunteers before, but who have maybe a science background or a customer service background that have joined us to do some of our testing with us. For example, Sean, that you might have met earlier. Sean is doing a master's in his bioscience, and he's come to help us with our testing on a regular basis as well. Every one of our volunteers is giving their time, as they always do. They are meticulous in their hygiene and wearing of PPE and performing the test function, and actually looking after the people as they come to us as well. They've been totally outstanding. All our volunteers usually are, but this has been a great challenge, very different than anything ever we've asked our volunteers to do before. It's as safe, I think, as it can be, given that COVID is a mysterious little virus that does all sorts of terrible things, but we're as safe as we can be.